What is the name of this blog? Exactly. The name of this blog is Describe Cause and Effect Situation. We have talked about sexually transmitted infection and how we get healthy. We have learned how many sexually transmitted infections exist. Different microorganisms produce this infection. What transmission mechanisms are used by these microorganisms and how we could prevent them. After reading How Do You Get Herpes and observing sheet with a comparative table sexually transmitted infections, we are going to learn a little of grammar. The use of conditional for describing cause and effect situation. The conditionals are certain structures of English in which, if a certain condition, situation, or circumstance is true, then it happens and specific results. Exist several common types of conditional. In this case, we are going to talk about the first conditional. The first conditional is used to talk about things which might happen in the future. Of course, we can know what will happen in the future, but these describe specific or possible things which could easily come true. The first conditional has two clauses. One of them is a conditional clause. This clause begins with the word if. After if, we use a sentence in simple present. The second clause is a main clause or results. This sentence is in future, simple futures. For example, conditional clause, the word if and present simple. If he does physical exercise. Main clause, future, is auxiliary will plus verb in infinitive. He'll feel fit. The sentence can be affirmative, negative, or interrogative in both clauses. Example, if I do not care my health, I will get sick. Another example, if your treatment is incomplete, you won't be healthy. And the order of the sentence can change. The main clause can be in the beginning or the second clause. It doesn't matter. For example, viruses will produce or reproduce if you take antibiotics. Won't I get sick if I use protective measures? So remember, the first conditional describes a particular situation. The first conditional describe things that I think are likely to happen in the future. In the construction of the first conditional exists some variation. For example, the if clause or conditional clause can be used different forms of the present. At the beginning, we talk about a sentence in simple present, but can use another forms. For example, the continuous present. If he's feeling better, he'll come. Another variation is can use the present perfect. For example, if she hasn't heard the bad news yet, I will tell her. In the second clause or main clause can be exist another variation. For example, we can use the auxiliary will, but we can use going to or future idiomatic futures. For example, if I see him, I'm going to tell him exactly how angry I am. In this case, I use I am going to tell, idiomatic futures. Another case is if we don't get the contract, we'll have wasted a lot of time and money. I'll or will have wasted is future perfect. We, auxiliary will, the verb have, and the third verb wasted. Is this a future perfect? The future clause can also contain other modals, not only future. We are going to talk a simple future or idiomatic future or present or future perfect. You can change the modals and use can or use must. For example, if you go to New York, you must have the cheesecake in Lindy's. Or if he comes, you can get a lift home with him. Is this clear? So, now we are going to practice. And now, with the theme, the same theme that worked on the pre-writing activity about if you know people who have had a sexual transmitted infection, treatment received, and what disease have had, you write clause or sentence that describes cause and effect situation and use the first conditional. Minimum 5 situations. You have 10 minutes for this activity and then analyze your work as your work show us, and you are going to give a feedback. Remember, have 10 minutes, so use them. Okay? So, let's begin. Go on.